Amazing. So obviously alongside the planning, you offer workshops.
Yes.
So how do those work? What businesses can get involved as well?
Yeah, so what I tend to do with the business planning and the strategy is I run a series of workshops, which is work with the business, is to understand the business, look at some key components. So the things we tend to focus on is what is the strategy that they want for the business? In other words, where do they want to be in 3 years' time or 5 years' time? What type of clients do they want to be working with? What type of products or services do they want to provide, or are they providing but perhaps they could expand and do something different? Are they working in the right sectors? Are there growth sectors they could be moving into? So we look at that and we set out a vision for where we want the business to get to over either a 3-year or 5-year period, depending how long the business plan is for. We then look at what I call the competitive advantage, which is taking that identity and saying, okay, so that's what makes you unique, but how do you use that to sell the business? How do you get more clients? How do you increase the revenue? How do you increase the profit as a result of those identities? And then the last thing we look at, which I think is the most important bit, and in many ways, most people, when they look at strategy and business plans, they don't do this, is look at why it's going to fail. What are going to be the challenges that's going to stop it? So most people, they put together their business plan, and it's almost like a wish list, really. This is, I want to be the biggest, the best. And what they don't think about is what's going to stop it, what's going to get in the way. So the challenge then leads to an action plan. So those are the 4 things we home in on and drive that through the workshops, put together the business plan. So typically, they're supposed to be 4 modules, but sometimes clients want to do them quicker, and sometimes what should be 1 module actually spreads over 2 or 3 because of the length of time it takes to look at.
Bespoke to them, though, isn't it? I think
absolutely. So what they end up with is a unique business plan that's for that business and for that individual. And I work on the workshops. I can have as many as 30 people in a room, and I've done it as one-on-ones with business leaders. So it's quite a wide range. And then the follow-up to that is, they then tend to engage with me to come back on a regular basis just to help them sort of achieve the business plan, address any issues that come up that maybe hadn't been anticipated, get advice. So I become a bit of a long-term advisor.
You work alongside them.
Yeah, exactly.
No, amazing.